Did someone say tomatoes? Haha. Hi everybody, it's May 2nd and I am out on the porch today in the front. Sorry about the noise in the background. We got some leaf blowers going, but I thought to be productive, as I mentioned yesterday's vlog, coming outside again, and this time let's refresh what's going out here with all the covered furniture. I got to get rid of, now that we packed up Easter, I need to take care of these planters since the tulips look a little sad. So let's go to Home Depot, let's go to Costco, let's see where I can find some decent, maybe Boston ferns to make some interest in the front that don't look so dead. And then from there, we'll take the furniture covers off, get some life back out here on this porch, because even though it's a little bit of a gray day out here, it's still the beginning of spring and I am a happy camper. So let's go and get some green. Let's go. Okay, I made it to Home Depot and I have to tell you, there's so many plants around here and I'm getting really tempted. So I got to stay on my mission, stay focused. Don't want to be tempted to buy things I don't need yet. I'm telling you, all the tomato plants and the cucumber plants, I'm like, oh. But right now, the mission is look for Boston ferns and see if they're more affordable here versus at Costco. So let's go and investigate. Oh, but I want these, but I can't take them yet. Too soon. But these would be pretty in the front patio. So if I can't find some Boston ferns, maybe this goes on the front. We'll see. Oh, this reminds me, I gotta split my hosta. We gotta do that as another project another day. And over there, there's the clematis. Remember, I was trying to pronounce that the other day on the blog? Anyway, these are pretty. I don't need any more though. Don't let me buy them. More tomatoes. Nom, 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 nom. Tomatoes for days. So I'm not really finding much when it comes to ferns. So maybe I'm too early here at Home Depot, but I could have sworn I saw them at Costco. So we're gonna go there. But in the meantime, lots of mulch on sale right now. It's another thing to look at. You don't want to over mulch, but this is the time to buy. And look at all these colors. I purposely didn't bring a cart because I didn't want to get tempted. You gotta love a lot of super tunia. Oh, don't let me buy anything yet. Just looking, just looking. Yeah, definitely weird because the only Boston ferns that I found were, there were only 2 of them. Very sad. Let's go to Costco. Wait, I found them. Look. Ta-da! Okay, so let's see. These are good size. They were by the front door. Okay, so these $23.98. They seem to be a good size. So maybe. All right, so we have 2 passengers in the back. 1 and 2, Mr. Fern and Mrs. Fern. They are decent size, so they could work in the 2 planters by my front door. We're gonna go to Costco still because they actually had some really cute, they definitely had some ferns there the other day, but they also had some really cute annual flowers, that large packs. They may be sold out because this was last week, and you all know Costco, if you go there, they have stuff, but then if you don't buy it, sometimes they just buy out. My point is, let's see if there's either more Boston ferns there that are comparable to cost, if not big. Sometimes they're bigger, and if they're bigger and still affordable, I may buy some at Costco and put those in the planters, and then our new friends in the back, those guys would go into 2 urns I have in the front. However, if the Boston ferns are nothing to write home about, then what I might do is look at the colorful annuals they have there, if they're still available, and that will be what goes into the urn. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, meanwhile, all right, Boston Ferns, you're coming home with me. You're going to be in the front of the house for the majority of the season, at least through the summer. That's the goal. All right, let's go to Costco. Much cheaper here, $19.99, same size. So maybe I get a couple of these and return the other ones. Though they're only $4 difference, but then look at all these guys. Ooh. They have some pretty nice mixed flowers here. Ooh, look at this purple. How much are these? $18.99. These might be nice just to put into the urns as well. Pop of color. I like it. These were the annuals I was telling you guys about. $31.99 for an 8-pack, which is really good. I just wish they had purple. That's why I'm grabbing the begonias instead. But then look at all these guys. So pretty. Chicken bake. I got my chicken bake. I got my flowers and ferns. Let's go home and plant. Whoever invented the chicken bake at Costco, yum. As I'm thinking, I have a feeling I'm going to return the 2 Home Depot ferns just because it was $50 for 2. We're here at Costco, it was $40 for 2. And I might just take that $50 and get some what they call spillers. So, you know, some little dropping vines or something that I can IV, or something that I can put to cascade out of the planters for some additional interest. And therefore, I don't feel like I'm overspending, especially as I am unemployed right now. So let's consider that. So I'm not going to go and show you the return at Home Depot, but my Mr. and Mrs. Boston Fern, I'm going to return you because I bought 2 cousins of yours. But I might stop on the way home at a nursery just to get those spillers I'm talking about. So that's why I wanted to bring it up. So if you saw me go to one more spot, that's the why. Let's go. Okay, we're here. Nothing like going to a local nursery that has exactly what you need. May not be the same price point as going to a Costco or a Home Depot. But come on, let me just show you. I'm going to turn it around. Look how beautiful. I mean, look at these flowers. They're stunning. Color is so vivid. I love coming here. This is my local nursery in my neighboring town. So beautiful. Look at these peony. So happy. Ah, see this? This is my happy. Come on now. Wow. Oh my gosh. Once again, the reason why I don't bring a cart with me when I walk around, because I would just be putting everything in it. Oh, so, I mean, just so beautiful. How can you not be happy being here of all places? Woo! Love the color. Love, 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 love. Did I say I didn't just love this place? See, here's my problem. Something like this. I don't know if you can see it. With all of these colors. Speaks to me. So would I rather invest in getting this? But they're $36.99, but they're so pretty. This is where I have to think, do I need it? Or do I want it from an emotional standpoint? Emotionally, yes, I want it. But the others I bought today still would do the same thing. But I'm just gonna enjoy it for a moment. Ah, so pretty. Okay, so I didn't find the vines I was looking for, and that's okay. I can always add those later. But in the meantime, this won't be my only time at this nursery. I'll be back soon. I love it here. Okay, so just got home. Let's unpack the car and go over to the front porch. Okay, I'm cooled off. I have my t-shirt on, so I'm ready to do some work. We have a bunch of furniture that's covered up right now, as you can see. But I'm not gonna do, that'll be kind of like the end when I have done, fixed these up and have planted what I think will work of those. But here's the thing that I try to do. When I first did a lot of planting, I would spend a lot of money on a lot of what we saw today, a lot of impulse buys. And I think some of those items are stunning. I know they're all stunning. My challenge is that I don't maintain things like annual flowers well to give them the proper watering or fertilizer necessary for them to really grow to what a lot of the pictures show. Oh, do you hear it panting, by the way? Someone's hot. Anyway, what I have learned over the last couple of years is the reason why I grabbed the Boston ferns is because I can put them out here. There's enough shade for the majority of the day, and in the afternoon there's a direct sun hit. But for the return of my investment, and in this case, remember, it was $20 each at Costco, or if you go to Home Depot, $25 each. If they last you all the way until the fall, which is then when I would replace them with mums, for me, that is a huge return of investment versus if I bought triple, quadruple the amount of money in multiple different plantings, put them in there, forget to water sometimes, kill half of them, have to replace them halfway through. You see what I'm saying. Now, if you have the habit, you have the structure that you're good at maintaining that, good for you. And I'll come and enjoy your garden any day because I appreciate that so much. But I also just know me. The other thing, I think they're called the impatiens flowers. I remember those growing up back, actually of a species of them back in Hawaii. And I remember my mom buying them all the time because they were hardy. Same thing. You just plant them once. They'll last as long as you take care of them. Here, they're definitely more seasonal. But the point is, I particularly specifically picked two plants, the Boston fern and the impatiens, because I knew these will be forgiving to my maintenance schedule. I do my best going around to take care of this entire yard, weeding here and there, but to really give each of these plants what they really need, they're forgiving to my maintenance style. So I'm gonna put you on a time lapse. I'm gonna do, first let me turn this around for a second. So these were my Easter planters, and they were super duper cute when the tulips were in full bloom, but you can see we're far beyond that stage. So what I'm gonna do is take this all apart. The bunnies are going upstairs to the attic where you were with me yesterday. I'm gonna get all down here. The dirt underneath, actually, underneath this moss is new. So I don't have to put new dirt down, but I did bring some fertilizer with me. But the point is, I'm gonna try to save these tulips, meaning I'm gonna cut the flowers off, save the bulbs. I'm actually gonna transplant them somewhere in the back. And if they come back next year, great. If not, no harm, no foul. I've done that a few times, by the way. I've taken daffodils, tulips, things that I've put in planters, and then I just throw them in my yard somewhere. And I would say 50-50 of the time they come back. So if you have any forced bulbs that you've had in your house or in a planter in the front or in the back, I encourage you to plant them. Unless you have a nice dry storage and then you just force them again next year. But I like doing this because the sun then gets into the leaves, helps regenerate the tulips. So next year, the tulips will potentially come back. All right, let's get going with taking the planters apart. And so here's another time lapse for you. Okay, so both planters by the front door have been completely cleared out. Actually, let me turn the camera around. I'll show you what I've pulled because a lot of the stuff I repurpose. Surprise, surprise. So here, let me show you. So there's the, sorry about the leaf blower again. So here are the tulips that I cut the dead tulips off, but I'm keeping the actual plant, and I'm gonna try to find a spot for them in the backyard. Those are all of the river rocks and moss that I guarantee I'll find a spot for in the back, and some leftover pine cones that I know I'll find in some decor somewhere. And then those are the Easter bunnies. Underneath are the little bird cages or bird houses that fell off my tree that I used in the decor. And then over here, here's what I wanted to point out. See these birch trunks? These are over 7 years old. And maybe you can say, yeah, they look like it's summer, but I use them in the winter and the spring. And then I dust them off and I put them in a dry place in my garage. And I use them over and over, because if you just buy this year over year, it can get expensive. And sometimes I test the pussy willow. These get pretty brittle, so probably these are going to ultimately be thrown away. But what I'm probably going to do is repurpose these into a dry arrangement in my house, just to enjoy them a little longer, because they still look pretty good. There's actually, some of them started to grow. So who knows what'll happen with this one. But yeah, I just wanted to show you what I did. And now I'm going to figure out if I want the Boston ferns in there or if I want to do the impatiens with something else. But I think I'm gonna do the Boston ferns. So let's see how that looks. I just have to share. Look who's staring at me through the window, who wants to be a part of the fun. They're just so stinking cute. Hi guys. So sun's going down, sort of. Actually, it's more like there's a cloud in front, so it feels good. Dogs and I are ready to take a break. We got it all set up. So let me do a quick overview so you can see what we accomplished today. So we can say, check, productive, and yes, we created some happy, because I'm gonna have a glass of wine out here this afternoon. The only thing I really didn't do 100% was this one, impatiens. I ran out of dirt, so I do have to go and buy some more dirt tomorrow, but I'm really happy how this turned out. It's very springtime, without being over. And look how just pretty all those colors look together. You can see, well, you can see my crazy dogs. But, and I'm sorry about I was gonna say snow blowers. I'm sorry about the leaf blowers in the background, but look how the green ties into the green out on the trees, and how the impatient sort of the pinky purple looks so beautiful with the Japanese maple and the azaleas that are blooming. It just ties so beautifully together. It's almost like it was planned. I love it. Oh, and there's my son. Well, got that project done. I feel very accomplished. I didn't get to truly power wash because it would have taken a little extra energy that I don't quite have today, but I did spray down all the cobwebs off of the corners of the porch, so at least that's taken care of. But to have the furniture exposed again, to have the pillows out, to be able to actually see color again on the deck or the patio that ties into the outside. Oh, it feels so good when you come out in the morning to walk the dogs. It just feels harmonious. I mean, listen to the birds. Do you hear all that? What's hilarious is if you could look over here, you see the dog. Not so harmonious. For those of you who've been watching till the end, number one, thank you. I also want to say, for those of you who've been watching so far, I think this will be vlog number 4. Thanks. Thank you for checking in. And I want to tell you that I'm a little tired, but because I look forward to making these now this week, it actually has given me a little bit more of a purpose daily, where in the past my purpose was to get up and do all these meetings and do my best at my job. And now that I have that void, I'm finding myself really looking forward to vlogging. So if you're actually one of those people who are actually watching right now, then I really appreciate you valuing spending time with me in your day. And so thank you for that. Thank you for that a lot. Our next vlog is going to actually focus on getting ready for Mother's Day. And so one of the things I was thinking might be kind of fun is how to do a Mother's Day tea by going off and getting, we'll just say, some ready-made goodies from places, whether it's the grocery store, Trader Joe's, or some other, oh, there's the leaf blower, other little shops around, but not spending a ton of money, but just enough to create a really nice ambiance. So whether you're holding a Mother's Day tea for your family or for your mom, or maybe you want to do something with your kiddos, it might be something fun to do. But I love high tea, or afternoon tea, I should say. It's one of my favorite pastimes. It's not a cheap pastime, so I think I'm going to get creative how to do more of it at home. And now that it's such a beautiful season, taking advantage of even being outdoors to have the high tea. So I keep saying high tea. I mean afternoon tea. There's a difference. We'll talk more about the differences when we see each other on vlog number 5. So anywho, I'm going to say goodbye for now. My next post will be on Tuesday. I'm going to take a couple of days off just to be able to have some family time. But in the meantime, I hope you liked this week's contributions, this week's focuses. We did time in my garden. We packed up Easter. We got my patio put together. And then tomorrow we'll do we'll brainstorm on how to do some fun Mother's Day tea sandwiches, scones, etc. Alrighty? Thank you again for your time. Hope you have a glorious day. It's beautiful here today. I mean, just look how pretty. And I hope you enjoy your weekend. Take care. Bye.